Hey guys, welcome to my channel. A few days ago, our dog Puppy gave birth to a few puppies. Let's watch those cute little puppies in this video. I will also share with you my experience of breeding dogs. I'm a part-time breeder and I had 4 litters in the past few years. If you are more experienced than me, please leave a comment below and share your experience so I can learn something from you as well. If you like animals or want to breed your dogs, I believe that this video can be helpful to you. If you like this video, please thumbs up, leave a comment, and share with more friends. If you have not subscribed yet, please consider to subscribe and click the notification bell. We'll have more useful videos in the future. Puppy is a Yorkshire Terrier. Her weight is around 5 pounds, and her boyfriend is 3 pounds. Due to this big size difference, it was hard for them to mate, so we asked the vet to do artificial insemination. Since it was the vet's first time performing artificial insemination on tiny dogs, she only charged a little bit over $300. Puppy had 3 puppies. However, one boy didn't eat, pee, or poop. We took him in for emergency care, and unfortunately, the vet could not save him and he died shortly after being born. If you have encountered this situation before, or you know what could have caused this problem, please leave a message below. It was a very sad situation which we want to avoid in the future. Fortunately, the other 2 puppies are quite healthy. Next, let's talk about the process of breeding dogs. First of all, the female dog needs to be in heat. Once the female starts to bleed, the heat cycle is started. Usually, a female dog has 2 heats in a year, usually in spring and fall. The best time to mate your female with a male is 9 to 12 days after first seeing blood. You can also ask your vet to carry out progesterone testing, which will predict the best time for mating. Please note that your female may pick her own mate, which means she may not like the boy you picked for her. So sometimes it's better to have a few options for her. To make sure you will have a decent amount of puppies, you can mate your female with a male 2 to 3 times, 1 time per day over 3 consecutive days. Artificial insemination typically produces smaller litters due to a reduction in sperm viability. One last important thing is that the female must be at least 2 years old in order to be bred. Please do not breed your dog during her first heat, as she is usually not totally mature yet. After the stud service, the female should be pregnant. A pregnant dog may lose her appetite a while after mating, but after a little over a month of pregnancy, she will begin to require more food. She can eat up to twice as much before giving birth, and up to 3 times as much while nursing. The best nutritional plan is to use puppy food and follow the feeding instructions. These foods don't require supplementation and may provide additional calories. Supplementary calcium can cause metabolic imbalances, and some vitamins can be harmful to the puppies in excess. You may think that your dog will require steady exercise with a higher food intake, but this is actually not the case. Your dog can continue exercising regularly up until she has been pregnant for over a month. Then she should stop to avoid injury. The extra food will help her puppies to grow, and excess fat will be used to produce milk later on. As for the puppies themselves, there are several ways to secure information about them. About 45 days before being born, the puppy's skeletons will have mineralized and would thus be visible on an X-ray. If you bring the mother to a vet's office, they can use an X-ray scan to tell how many puppies she has. This is important information as it will help you to determine when she has finished giving birth, so you can ensure that no puppies have been retained. An ultrasound may also be used to confirm pregnancy much earlier, after 25 days. But it is more difficult to accurately count the number of puppies using this method. A general pregnancy blood test can be performed around day 35 just to confirm whether or not she is pregnant, but only radiography will provide an accurate count. Eventually, the big day will come. A dog's gestation period is normally 63 days. Though this is not written in stone, and anywhere from 58 to 68 days is normal. When your dog's due date is approaching, you can begin monitoring her rectal temperature. When her temperature drops below 100 Fahrenheit, normal canine body temperature is 101 to 102 Fahrenheit. Labor may be expected within 24 hours. It is a good practice to know how to take your pregnant dog's temperature as her due date approaches. Ask your veterinarian to demonstrate this for you. A comfortable area should be set aside for whelping and raising the puppies. The mother should feel safe and at home here, and should be able to come and go as she pleases while the puppies are confined. It is important that the mother be isolated from all other dogs for 3 weeks prior to labor through 3 weeks after delivery to prevent herpes infection. Herpes is spread by sniffing and licking between two dogs. Adult dogs don't usually show symptoms, but this virus can be fatal to newborns. During the first stage of labor, uterine contractions begin. The mother will appear restless and may pace, dig, shiver, pant, or even vomit. This is all normal, and all an owner can do is ensure that she has water available should she want it. This stage of labor is long, lasting 6 to 12 hours, and ends with the full dilation of the cervix. Newborn puppies are born covered in membranes which must be cleaned away lest they suffocate. The mother will bite and lick these membranes away. Allow her a minute or two after birth to do this. If she does not do it, then you must clean the pup for her. Simply remove the slippery covering and rub the puppy with a clean towel. The umbilical cord may be tied in a knot about 1 inch from the pup and cut with scissors on the far side of the knot. Be careful not to pull on the umbilical cord, as this can injure the puppy. One pup every 45 to 60 minutes is normal, with about 10 to 30 minutes of hard straining. It is normal for the mother to take a rest partway through delivery, and she may not strain at all for up to 4 hours between pups. If you see her straining hard for more than 30 minutes, or if she takes a break which is longer than 4 hours, consult a veterinarian. This is why it can be important to know the litter size beforehand. You can be sure that all of the pups have been born. Expect some puppies to be born tail first. This is normal for dogs. Most of the time, nature takes its course and there are no complications. The important thing is to be prepared and know what constitutes a deviation from the norm. During delivery, a puppy can get stuck either because of size or positioning. The mom can get too tired or dehydrated to complete delivery without assistance, or any number of other unexpected complications can arise. Problems can happen during the actual delivery or over the following days. Call your veterinarian if 30 to 60 minutes of strong contractions occur with no puppy being produced. More than 4 hours pass between pups and you know there are more inside. She fails to go into labor within 24 hours of her temperature drop. She is obviously in extreme pain. More than 70 days of gestation have passed. After the puppies are born, you will still need to pay a lot of attention to both them and their mother. The mother may produce vaginal discharge after giving birth. These should be odorless and may be green, dark red-brown, or bloody and may persist in small amounts for up to 8 weeks. Most dogs are excellent mothers and encounter few problems. The basic rule is to seek veterinary care if she seems to feel sick or if she ceases to care for her young. Puppies nurse until they are about 6 weeks old and may then be fully separate from their mother. You should wait until they are a minimum of 8 weeks old before allowing them to be adopted into a new home. When it comes to the puppies themselves, there are several things to look out for. If the baby's temperature drops below 94 Fahrenheit, their heart rate will drop and intestinal motion will slow or cease. Death will occur if this is not corrected, so make sure that the room is kept warm for the puppies. Set out a comfortable nest box for them. The nest box in which the babies live should have tall sides so that they cannot climb out by mistake and become chilled away from their mother. We use a dog pan instead and hang some towels on the pan to block any drafts and keep the inside warm. Put towels or blankets on the floor or in the box for the puppies to lie on. A water bottle filled with warm water can be buried in the blankets as a heat source as long as the babies have room to move away from it if they are too hot. The best option is to let the mother feed them. If the mother cannot produce enough milk, you can use a milk replacement like Isbilac for puppies. Both powder and liquid forms are available. Feed the puppies according to the directions on the can. You can use a pet nursery bottle to feed the puppies. Always test the formula before giving it to the babies. Taste it to be sure it is not sour and that the temperature is alright. Expect to feed them every 2 to 3 hours during the day. While feeding, be sure to tip the bottle so that no air is swallowed. Play with them after feeding to burp them. If small amounts of formula occasionally come out of their nose, this indicates that the baby is drinking too fast. If excessive amounts of formula appear to be coming out of the nose, or if you are concerned, call your veterinarian. Infant animals are unable to defecate or urinate alone and must be given help. Normally, their mother's tongue suffices as she washes them. If this isn't an option, use a cotton swab, tissue, or your finger to gently rub the baby's genital area. Have a tissue ready to catch the urine. Rub the anal area as well. May also be necessary if the babies do not seem to be defecating as much as expected. Expect the baby to need stimulation for urination, defecation for the first 3 weeks of its life. Alright, this is today's video. I hope it helps you. If you like this video, please thumbs up, leave a comment, and share with more friends. If you have not subscribed yet, please consider to subscribe and click the notification bell. Thank you for watching and see you next time.